really well. But just be careful. The ethanol companies have struggled in the past. Thankfully, one of the things that's kind of beneficial is that we have a certain program in the United States that kind of helps them. So,
All right, you D-Gens. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? I hope we are doing well. I understand that we've got the Stocky crew joining us today. Thrilled to see that, thrilled to hear it. I'm going to go grab a coffee. I will be right back, but Master Cobra Fire, I sincerely hope the SEC is not coming for you. We're going to do some degenerate stock stuff today. I'm going to show you guys some leaps. I'm probably going to look to take some additional leaps. We'll take a look at a breakdown on some tickers. We'll kick around to like 11 or noon and we'll see what we do. But it's going to be a wild day. Shout out to all you guys following. I need coffee, so I'm going to go grab coffee and then I'll be right back. Okay, so gear up, get ready to go. We will do a marbles game before. I guess I'll pull that up right now before I go get coffee, and that way you guys can just hit play and we'll be ready to go. You win marbles, you win whatever stock we watch going into the market. You get to pick it. We'll watch whatever you want. You want to watch dog shit? We'll watch dog shit. You want to watch something classy? We'll watch something classy. Personally, my choice will be waiter. I am going to play against you guys, but we'll see what we'll see. Let's get it open here. Yo, 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 what's up? Waiter's looking tasty. Waiter is looking tasty. Now, I will be watching Space for a high today to possibly take a put against it. I think there's a lot of people that were hoping for news today, and I don't think it's coming. I think a lot of people missed the memo that Space will not be launching today. So, okay, what are we playing? What are we playing? Let's play. To access the home screen, please sign in to Twitch. Pretty sure I'm signed into Twitch. Not sure. Hmm. 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 There we go. Now we're all hooked up. Let's feel a little magic on Friday, shall we? Feeling a little magic on Friday. Let's I'm gonna join in. You guys join in. I'm gonna go grab a coffee. I'll be right back, all right? Cool. All right, wait, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not in, get in. I am just keeping my eyes on Waiter here. It's 397. There's a very good chance we see Waiter blow past 4 today. I'm I'm up like $300, which is that'll be 100. I don't know. I got them for 50 cents. They're currently almost doubled that. Looks like I'm gonna double my money on those waiter options. The equity I'm sure is doing just as well. All right, let's run this thing and see how we're doing. Yeah, I am familiar with Teladoc. Yep. I like, there's a Canadian stock that I've taken instead of Teladoc or GDRX. It's called CBII. That's the one that I am in currently. Okay, let's roll this. Here we go. Winner gets to pick the stock we watch. This is the Stocky Refugee Camp. Welcome. We offer asylum to all the degenerates. All right. Rich Scott, 052. Glad to see all you subs in there fighting for the lead. Marbles is rigged, guys. If you're a sub, you got a better chance of winning. It's true. It's a true thing. I've hacked it. I've hacked it so that's true. See? Look at hair. Look at hair way ahead, and then people love. What'd I tell you? Now, notice I said refugee camp. This is not a slave camp. You're here of your own free will. You're free to go whenever you wish, okay? Nobody has to stay. All right, people love. Come on, people. Get through those bricks. Oh, there I am. I'm coming for it. What is with all these blocks? Dude that created this map is just a big old jerk. I'm losing is winning. Irony. The irony. Oh, the humanity of it. Taco Min 6. Thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Oh, so close. How did I tell you guys? Subs win. Saki, it's your choice, sir. Whatever stock you want to watch, that's what we're watching. What'll it be, sir? What'll it be? Waiter. No, Saki, we can watch whatever you want, man. Whatever you got, we can watch it. It was definitely rigged, guys, but I told you it was rigged ahead of time, so it's not like you can be surprised. Yeah, waiter gang. Get your waiters out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the waiters. Oh, the waiters. $8. 8 is my target on waiter, but that's on buyout or Q4. That wasn't supposed to happen today. I think that this reeks of the Robin Hood contingent, so I don't know how hard we run. If it goes to $8 today, I'm gone. I'm out. I'll let it come back down to earth and then buy in again, and we go again. But this is not a marble stream. Absolutely not. I do marbles once in the day, and at the end of the stream on Fridays, I do another one, and I give away a sub. Should you buy in and open? That's a decision you need to make. So just like Stocky guys, I'm never going to tell you what to do. We do the due diligence here, but that's it. We're not financial professionals here. We're just a bunch of degens. I can help you guys learn how to look at things, how to process decisions, how to find information, but you need to make that. So when did I start playing waiter? Let me pull up. So I started playing waiter here, and I got out here, and then I played it again here, and I got out here, and then I played it again here, and then I got out here. No, here, not here, here. And then I started playing it again here, just before their last earnings. What do I have in it? Currently, I have 10 grand in equity, and I've got 200 bucks in options that are worth almost 500 now. Yeah, so like almost 11 grand I got in it. It's like DoorDash, but different. Why did I play it? I played it because they're profitable. So what's making us watch PEIX? Nothing's making us watch it. I like PEIX. Waiter is delivery. Yeah, it's food delivery into lockdown. Out of all of the food delivery stocks, guys, this is one that had a model of grow with profitability. So if you look at Uber Eats, if you look at DoorDash, if you look at Postmates, if you look at any of those food delivery things, what they like to give you guys as a number is our orders are up. But the thing that Morning King of the Bee, the thing that is different about Waiter is that they only expand into a new market when they see profitability. If it's not profitable for them, they don't move into the market. So instead of rapid expansion and growth and hoping that other people will funnel money into their business, they don't take that approach. What they do is they grow slow and incrementally into profitable markets for them. So they're not fighting for New York and LA and Chicago. They only make, they have a small percentage of the market share. Zepbrush and Tiaplok. Thanks for the follows, guys. Much appreciated. I'm not a big fan of doing that with bio stocks. I'm not. I will be breaking down another Leap Play day today, though. I do think that there is an opportunity on Planet Fitness for a really decent Leap Play. So I will be looking at that. Hogston0012, thank you for the follow, man. Much appreciated. But yeah, we'll break down the Leap plays, Leap options plays. I will probably be looking at something on Planet Fitness into 2022. Probably as far into maybe April 2022. But I don't like the web portal. I don't like their web portal at all, and I actually don't like IB's charts either. The thing I like with IB is the fills. I get great fills on IB, but have you looked into WPRT? WPRT was my play from back. I think we were in it as early as February. I took profits on it. I will probably come back to it after I'm out of waiter, but we're waiting on China to come to an agreement on Weihai for WPRT to really run. So I made about $2,000 off of WPRT. I made about 25-30% on it, so I was pretty happy with the initial gains. WPRT is on my watch list, I think, still, or did I take it off because I'm not there? It is. So it's at 316 right now. I was in at $1.64 on WPRT. So not down here at the bottom, but in around here. And I made decent cash on it. I think WPRT does come back down, though. I think we see it decline back down to that 250 range. But yeah, WPRT should be solid. Should be solid. But again, we're waiting on China news with that. Okay, so we got 10 minutes to go here on the market opening. I'm going to just open up some Seeking Alpha here and see what we can see. Waiter, I'm sure people are losing their mind on StockTwits. I guess I have to do that post, right? I don't know about that. Doesn't a larger company own Waiter? No, Waiter owns Waiter. Waiter bought Byte Squad, which was a smaller company, but Waiter owns Waiter. I don't know, Mike. I didn't expect it to run as hard as it has here. Harindos resub 6 months. Let's go. I mean, there's a lot of people that are. I don't see a bear here yet. I'm looking for a bear. Where that Waiter bear at? Looking for a bear. There's got to be a bear here somewhere. This is not good for StockTwits. Typically, there's a bear. There's somebody on here calling everybody else an idiot. Looks like no bears want a piece of this today. What's up, Smash Ice? Yeah, there's a big old F on the bears with StockTwits right now. I'm not seeing anybody here. Nobody. Yeah, I like Palantir. I do. I like Palantir. Contact tracing is going to be big. The other one that I'm watching that I would like to get back into at some point is DGLY with their thermovision. They have not run back up. So I think that this is a viable play for me. Um, why did ETM get shit on so hard recently? I'm not sure why I got shit on so hard. We rode ETM up and I made 2,500 on that. DGLI is partly riots. It's partly federal mandates. Um, so federal mandates on body cameras and dashboard cameras, and it's also partly on they do something called a thermo tent. So you know those tents outside of major organizations. If you go to Disneyland or whatever, they got that tent that you walk through. Max 3412 Infinite. Thanks so much for the follow, guys. Much appreciated. Loving that sound, that bling. It's all good, man. It's all good. But yeah, so DGLY is definitely one I want to get back into as we head into the winter months. Uh, That's exactly it, Horindos. That's exactly the concept is. I know that December 15th is the deadline on that. We're getting pretty close. So I may actually look to take some profit on waiter, maybe half of my waiter position out, depending on what this run does today, and move it into DGLY. We'll see how that goes. The other things that I want to take a look at today, guys, is I am interested in a Six Flags leap, and I am interested in a Planet Fitness leap. So Amateur Degenerate, thanks for following, man. Much appreciated. So we've been watching those as well. We're getting close here. 5 minutes till market open. All right, so let's see what else we can find down here. What else is running pre-market? Trending now. AMRN. Yeah, we're gonna do a leap step by step today. I'm gonna walk you through everything that I think I learned yesterday from Yura. I'm sure Yura is gonna be around on that. I am gonna hop into chat with those guys in Discord. So hopefully that'll be a lot of fun. I am from Canada. Any quick idea why banks have going up steadily? I bought some shares for a drip a few weeks ago and it's up $10 already. Just wondering if I should be cautious. The thing with Canadian banks is because we operate differently than the U.S. banking institutions. What we see in the U.S. is there's a bunch of localized banks, whereas in Canada there's only really the major five, and the U.S. government or the Canadian government will not allow the Canadian economy to fail, so the banks can't fail. So they're essentially backed endlessly by the government. So they're a fairly safe bet. The only caution I would give you is if the dollar tanks even further, right? So if we see something happen with oil or energy, like a second lockdown, that could have a huge effect on tanking the banks. Now, if you're talking a long-term hold on the Canadian banks, you should be okay on a 5 to 10 year play. But that's just my opinion. The spooky spaghetti is now following. Thank you very much. Not all, man. Not at all. Lex Boss, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. I am going to try to keep up on those guys. For those of you unfamiliar, wondering what's in the portfolio, what are we trading here? You guys can head over to Tip Ranks right here. I keep my portfolio public so you guys can see what's going on. I personally like using the Thinkorswim platform. I really like their trading desk. You guys will see that I use the Canadian version, the TD Advanced Dashboard, but it's essentially the same tool. There are a few minor differences, but I really like the tool. So I'm a huge advocate of Thinkorswim over TradingView. Here is the portfolio that we're currently in, guys. You can see the portfolio details, breakdown, what my holdings are, what industries I'm currently in. Obviously, this is an equity-heavy portfolio. I do not carry a ton of cash. I know it's different than a few of the streamers that you guys are watching. Ash Twitch, thanks for following. Much appreciated. Now here, guys, with the portfolio, you'll see we started using TipRanks in May. I made a mistake of entering all the trades that I had taken from January all on the same day. And so in, out, in, out, in, out, it showed it as a huge loss. Unfortunately, It does apologize. And when stocks go up, it goes, hey. But after that, guys, this is accurate as to performance. You'll see most months I take a month of entry, so there's not a lot of gains because I'm entering positions, and then the following month the gains come in. So entry gains, entry gains, entry gains. This is kind of how my ebb and flow has gone. I am hoping to change this to gains, 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 gains. And I'm constantly rotating on 2 months. Yukon83, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, so right now this month, guys, all of these other icons down here, the big red dong of doom, that's me, up about 27% this month. Over here, we're looking at 11% from the average tip ranks portfolio, 10% from the professionals, 9% from the market. I do not hold anything in Blink. You guys can go to that link I put in the chat. You can see the whole portfolio to see everything that I've got currently in equity. There's probably a lot in there you guys are unfamiliar with. There may be a few that you know, but ultimately, there's some interesting plays in there at the very least. No, not at all, man. No bad. Dran, thanks for the follow, man. Or J-Ran. Or J-Ra-N. Thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Okay, let's open up this chart. Let's watch Wader and what it does out the gate here. I think it's going to be big and bad. Frico Rico and Cassie Caber. Thanks for the follow, guys. Big sheet. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man. Those follows, they just keep a coming. Tinkler06, thanks for the follow. Okay, Wader, here we go. Out the gate, what are we going to see? Let's go to 2 days. I craft naked, of course you do. Followed, thanks. Much appreciated. Mufasa. We want the green dongs, guys. We want the big old green dongs. Osu Pandas, 194 IQ. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Appreciate that. What is going on with XXII? Don't know. I don't know what XXII is. Don't know. Mufasa. I'm hearing the blings, guys. Stream elements can't even. Ooh, Stock Guy with the raid. Thank you so much, Stocky. Appreciate that. Stocky's good people, guys. So if you're not already following the cult, get in on it. Welcome, guys. You're here just in time. We're gonna watch Wader do its thing at the gate. Stocky Pog. Who doesn't love good Stocky, right? Best of luck out there. Best of luck with the baby, man. I hope everything's going well for you. Most likely buyer, I think, honestly, there's opportunity for a bidding war between Uber and DoorDash. Oh, he abandoned you. I'm so sorry to hear that. I really am. Agent Smith, Rum, Tomato, Miss Hooligan, Hot Coffee, Filthy Will. Who else we get? Dirt Grub, Hawkeye. Welcome, guys. I will do my best to keep the degeneracy to a minimum. We're going to watch Wader today. We're going to take a look at what Space is doing. I'm going to take a look at taking a couple of leaps, cashing out my Wader options. We'll see what we do. But we are live and we are running. There it is, guys. That's a big old jump. Profit taking is going to happen. So we expect that first red candle. People are going to take profit. The question is, how much profit do they take out the gate? What are leaps? Yeah, we're going to get into that. I'll break it down. PEIX jumped. How much did it jump? Let's check the holdings. Yeah, we're up $1,200 on Wader. PEIX, we're up $200. Not bad. Profitable on it now. I'll take that. Mattel's a long-term hold. Hill's a long-term hold. ACRX is a long-term hold. So, yeah, options that are over a year out. That's right. We already ran the marbles. We already did that. The marbles got ran. Can I explain in pizzas? Of course I can. Huge shout out to all the follows, guys. I honestly cannot keep up because there's so many coming in now. It's like a constant cycle. So I'm going to watch Wader here, see what it does. It is selling off pre-market. I'm okay with this. This is fine. For me, Wader was a play into Q1. I'm not gonna take profit on this. I'm gonna let it go. At least the first 15 minutes. It's one of the rules I have with trading. I absolutely do not make trades, exit trades in the first 15 minutes of the day. The volatility is too high. Now, a lot of people are gonna give me crap on that because look, if you got out right at the first thing, you would have made so much money. Maybe. But these have the same opportunity after this profit taking to go right back up. We will be playing marbles one more time, guys. At the end of the day, whoever wins will get a sub on it. But other than that, I do marbles twice a day. Have a great weekend, Peach. PEIX is a hold into Q2 for me. Okay, volume's still high. People are still buying. A lot of profit taking here. I don't play intraday plays, Arkmine. I do not play. My plays are typically 6 to 18 months out. There are a few that I take on a little bit of a shorter scale, but YouTube. Smash Ice, I would say YouTube. Watch YouTube videos. Holy cow, you guys. You rock. All of these follows. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I just have certain rules. I think every trader has rules. There are certain things they will play, how they play them, when they play them. For me, I like to stick to that. I have no idea what ARCT is. Not a clue. I can take a look at it for you today and let you know what my thoughts are on it. I'm going to watch Wader here for a couple more minutes at least just to see what it does. But in the short term, all in ACV, I think that Amazon moving into prescriptions will affect WBA CVS, but into a second wave, I think that it's actually a buy the dip on things like Rite Aid, CVS, WBA. I'm actually a bigger fan of Rite Aid than WBA and CVS. I think Rite Aid is well positioned. And again, I'm a bigger fan of companies that are willing to move low and slow profitably than companies that are looking to move big really fast, take a hit, and hope they recover it, right? Rite Aid is taking that approach. They scaled back their properties and instead have said what we're going to do is we're going to expand slowly, incrementally, profitably. And I like that a lot better. I know that's not nearly as exciting for degens, but there it is. Holy cow, the blings and the boops, guys. You guys are rocking it today. Thank you so much for that. I really, really like what Wader is up to here, though. This is looking pretty fantastic. I just realized I don't have the educational tag on, so I'm going to add that. Okay, so this is fine. This is fine. There's going to be a lot of people losing their mind on this, and I guarantee if we come back, so for those of you that were here when it opened, we took a look at StockTwits to see where the bears were, right? And there were no bears. I guarantee we go back now, and the bears have shown up, and they're like, look, I told you. Look, I told you. Hold on. We'll find them. Real time. Where are those bears at? They coming. So, guys, I use TD for my equity, but I do use Interactive Brokers for my options. I'm going to sell 2 of these at, what are they going for right now? I'm up 200, so $1.
Order filled.
Okay, so now I've got a little bit of cash to take a leap with. Bears are still hibernating. StockTwits definitely hurts my brain, but it's an important thing to do. For me, guys, I trade mostly market psychology, so trends that I see in the way people are thinking. The market would be indecisive because they're probably processing the news with Mnuchin and Powell going to war. People aren't quite sure what they're supposed to do with this. So yeah, I agree with a lot of what I'm seeing here, guys. If you want in a waiter, this is it. Soldier waiter early. Oh, sorry, man. PEIX is doing well, though. I am pleased with PEIX. So this is another one that I did not expect to go so early, but it's having a heck of a go here. I think what I am going to do here is actually close PEIX at 650 if it goes that high. Did you just order an option call for waiter? I did not. I just sold my two of my $3 options. I had January 3s for waiter, so I sold two of them for 100% gains. This is a Captain America shield in the background. Goes with the Captain America everything. My price target for PEIX, I'll take 650 on it. I didn't really have a price target other than I think it'll go up. So I'll leave that 650 order in on it. And if it fills, it fills. If not, I'll just wait. Yeah, I'm a big old Captain America fan. Let's see if I can shift this a little bit and show you guys. So up here, there's a bunch of statues and stuff. The first Captain America comic under the Marvel brand, so under his own title, is back there. His death, a bunch of Alex Ross Captain America stuff, Captain America statues and bobbleheads, and you name it. It's all up there. Tons of stuff. I used to do comic book sales, online auctions for comic book sales. So is that why I like Stocky? No, the Stocky thing is just a mere coincidence. No marbles until end of day. I will do a marbles before I leave today, guys. Yeah, I will do a marbles before I leave, and whoever wins, I will give out a sub. Okay, so let's take a look at this, guys. So the way that Elite Play works, let's build out this Elite Play. I guess I'll keep checking in on Waiter intermittently to see how it's doing, but ultimately I'm not sweating on it. Looks like it's leveling around 370, so. No, Dimtree, it does not. Nope. No, so what I try to do here, guys, I love marbles, don't get me wrong, which is why I opened the stream with it. But past that, I do try to teach people on the stream. I do try to give you guys a bit of knowledge here. Hope you guys can learn a little bit. And then we go from there. So PEIX, guys, is up 11.5, going on 12%. If it hits 650, I'm going to be happy with it. Waiter's up 7. GameStop goes again. Mara's up. LPL is up. AMC's up. DGLY is down. Okay, so I will probably be looking at getting into DGLY here at some point. Teaching on stream, DGen, and Discord. Exactly. CBII is up. I'm glad to see that. So I do have two accounts, guys. I have my US account. This US account started with 2,200 in January. We're up to 38,000 in holdings. We've got a Canadian margin account that I also run with. This is up. This is green now. CBII I expect to go up into Q2, so pretty happy with that. We got news yesterday off a halt that they are uplisting from the CSE to the TSXV. So yeah, altogether, guys, it's about 2,600 Canadian, so that's like 1,800 US. So almost 40,000 bucks US on the year. So not a bad year so far. We're doing all right. I'll take this on Waiter on the day to be up 2.5%. This is continuing to run, this PEIX. I might actually change this to 640. See if they'll come up and grab it. Do I trade full time? I am a digital marketing consultant, so I do that as my bread and butter. I'm like one of those official guys that has a job kind of deal. But yeah, I'm a professional. I speak at conferences. My fundamental take on CBII is that we're heading into a second wave. And they currently own all kinds of clinics all over the US. So I think that they're going to do quite well. Yeah, Triam, you'll do just fine hanging out here. Again, guys, a huge thank you to everyone who followed. I couldn't possibly keep up with everything there, but Just took position in cars as it broke the 1018 resistance. Haven't been past that since March. I am long in cars, so I am a big fan of that. Look at Mara. Yeah, Mara's up 8%. That's fantastic. I think I've closed all of my Mara positions, though. Yeah. You got to be in marketing if you're an artist. Do you do consulting as an independent contractor? Yeah. Yeah, I'm an independent. One of the companies I'm really pumped about going into Christmas, this is one of the guys that I'm working with. And this is just a ton of fun to work with these guys. I've worked with them for, 8 years now. Big fan of what they do. Love the zipline kits they put out. Love working with the people at the company. It's a lot of fun. But I get to kind of do whatever I want with the digital marketing, pick the companies I want to work with, and that works out pretty well for me. I don't touch Nikola on principle. If Nikola gets the nod from GM, it'll be fine. Yeah, Bitcoin's probably going through the roof because the treasury, right? That just makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. Spy's kind of sideways, doesn't know what it's doing. CCL. Okay, so let's break down the leaps here. Yeah, I will. I'll do that. I know he's working today, so that probably won't happen. So guys, with leaps, essentially what I learned yesterday is with leaps, we're looking at an options play on stocks that we think have a certain movement to it. My best divvy stock, in my opinion. Okay, this is the last segue or sidetrack tangent, and then I'm going to get into how we do these leap plays. So there's a list that I recommend you learn off of. It's called the Dividend Champions list, okay? On this list, this gets updated monthly. That list gets updated monthly. A dividend champion is somebody who over the last 25 years has consistently increased their dividend every year. That champions list is what I would play if I was a dividend player. So what is the best divvy stock? Take your pick from the champions list would be something I recommend you take a look at. You would have to do your own due diligence to make your call on that, but there is a complete list of people that have increased. Now they have a couple of different lists. They've got a champion, which is 25 years. They have contenders, which is over the last 10 years, and challengers, which are over the last 5 years. So there's lots of opportunities for you to check out. I'm a big fan of the tool. I just don't play divvies right now. I'm in a growth portfolio, so I'm a big fan of that as the focus. So the tickers that I want to look at today for a leap. The idea with a leap option is this, guys. You're looking at an option that's anywhere from a year to 2 years out. What I learned with Euro yesterday was if you're going to get into this, if you're going to get into a leap play, what you need to be doing, guys, is paying attention to do I think that the stock is going to overperform or underperform over the next 2 years? So it's a much longer cycle. The cost of the option is probably going to be a little bit more expensive. You're looking for something that's currently beat down or overrun that you think is going to reverse. Okay. So the two that we're looking at today, guys, are going to be 6 and Planet. All right. So Planet Fitness, guys, I think this is going to be hurting quite a bit. I think over the next 2 years, it could probably come back up to around that 80 range. So what I'm going to be looking at on that is around the 80 range with 6 flags, guys. This is around 30. I think it's actually going to be closer to 50 over 2 years. If growth beats divvy, cannot see why you would work on dividends until you're ready to pull down on it. So for me, it's the idea of slowly transitioning into divvies over time, right? Lord forbid anything happen to me, but if I pass away, I want to know that my wife just has a hands-off dividend portfolio that she doesn't have to do anything with. PEIX hit 655. I imagine I got filled then. Yeah, I did. I got filled. Okay, so then what I want to do is I want to... Okay, so we gotta go back in here. We gotta go here. I gotta go update tip ranks here real quick, guys. My holdings, PEIX, I am out. And Hill, I took another 1,000 on that. So this is 2,000 at $1.60. Are leap options just better than buying the stock? I don't know. I just took my first leap option yesterday, and it's going to take 2 years to play out. So who knows? It's Mike Dubstep. Thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Much appreciated. All you guys with the follows, huge thanks. Yeah, the spreads may be wide, so I often start at just above the current bid, and then I slowly, incrementally move it up. I'm a big fan of PEIX. Q4, they've got more data coming. So for me, I'm just waiting on PEIX to drop their Q4. Lycian, I can't give you financial advice on that, man. What I would consider is your life situation. If you're super young, I would worry about growth over just holding long term. Now there are other people that would have different opinions, but my opinion on Hill is that it runs. I'll get back to Hill in a little bit more detail here, guys. I'm gonna break down this play because I do want to get in on a leap here. So 6 right now, guys, is showing that it is. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go 6. Okay, and I want. Okay, so January 2022. If I was saying they were going to come back up to 50, so these are fairly wide spreads on 6. Let's make this planet. And with planet, I want to look again, January 2022. I think planet can go back up to 80. Ooh, these are expensive. These are expensive. I think planet is a no-go for me on this. So planet's a no. What about Boeing? Boeing is super expensive too. Okay, what else do I see recovering over the next 2 years that's currently beaten to the dust? Disney? Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get into DGLY today. Buy? Caesar or MGM? Caesar's gonna do well on the Pan Asia. So let's take a look at Caesar. Huge thank you for the follow, guys. I do appreciate all of those. Caesar. Caesar's a bit expensive. Let's take a look at Love. 45.54 right now. Year out as far as you can go, eh? Okay, let's take a look at Love over here. I don't do music, guys, because I mean DMCA and all that nonsense, but also everybody's got a different taste in music, so I'm just wanting people. CBII with their uplisting and with their latest investment of nearly $6 million, I like CBII into Q2 is all I can say. My average on CBII is... Shoot! I bought that in the wrong count. Damn. I hate it when I do that. Oh well. Because now I got to convert that, right? That sucks. That really sucks. I didn't want to do that. I wanted that in the US margin account. I hate it when I do that. Okay. CBII, I have an average of 47. So I can just show you what I've got. I am going to get back into Hill. I just want to get into this leap. I want to find the leap. As soon as I've got the leap locked in, I will take a look at... I'll break down what I like about Hill. Okay, so Southwest. Can Southwest go to... What is the all-time high on this thing? 10 years. That chart can't be right. $64 is all-time highs on this, so I don't like that necessarily. American Airlines. American Airlines hasn't really bounced back. Let's take a look at American Airlines. Are we in an uptrend cyclical for pharma? Pharma doesn't really have a cyclical in that same way. It operates on approvals. So you have to know which specific stock you're looking at and what their approval calendar looks like. Okay, so American Airlines is down to 12. What do... Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm talking about. Okay. January 21, 22. What did I say I wanted here? I like the 20s. Buy. Okay, we're going to slowly move this up here. You're going to be just fine, PK. I think you're going to be just fine. Okay, I'm going to slowly move this up here to see if the guy at 2 will come down and meet me. I don't really want to give him the $2 on it.
Order filled.
Okay, good. He came down to 195 for me. Okay, so what I just did, guys, was I took a look at American Airlines and said, okay, American Airlines right now is down. No doubt about it, right? Absolutely no doubt about it. American Airlines is down. It's been beaten in the ground. We're going to Christmas season with Thanksgiving travel or whatever. The plays on airlines, though, are there will be a stimulus package eventually when Biden gets in or whatever. Crypto is up so much because people are uncertain about the current financial markets in the US. They're not, with the Treasury and the Fed fighting, people are uncertain, so they're looking for a safe haven, and gold and crypto are typically those places, crypto especially. So crypto is up so much because people are using it as a safe haven. American Airlines, guys, there will likely be a stimulus package. It's gone down and it hasn't recovered from the initial drop in March, right? So here's the COVID drop, and it hasn't come back to the level it was at 30. I just got 20s on this for January 2022. So the question in my mind that I have to answer is, do I think that from now in November of 2020, do I think that American Airlines will, over the next full 12 months, be able to recover back up to 20 from 12? Basically, when I'm looking to exit, don't know. I don't know. The idea with these leaps for me is lock it, leave it, let it do what it's going to do. But I have to be certain, or at least semi-certain, about the movement before I get into the play. Okay, so am I fairly confident that when Biden takes office, we will see a stimulus dropped, and that stimulus will lead to a bailout for casinos or hotels or retail or whatever? I see ETM up. I see it up at 8%. Do I see that continuing to move forward into a stimulus package for airlines? Absolutely. I see Boeing getting it. I don't see American Airlines going bankrupt. Historically, crypto hasn't been a safe haven, but it is now, and that's what we're starting to see. It's exactly what it is. What it's been for the past 2-3 months, it's been that hedge. When the economy is uncertain, people head to crypto, which sounds funny, but that's the reality of it, right? Mara is just running. It is ripping on that. Again, guys, I think Mara will come down. I do. I think Mara will come back down. Ooh, bits. What? I'm just considering, do I want to take another? So for me, if I take a look at the options on American Airlines, right? And this is not, believe me, guys, for you guys that are options traders out there that are probably a lot better at this than I am, right? You guys will have this figured out, right? Yeah, it cost me $195. Oh no, not at the open. Not like this, Gandalf. Not like this. What I'm looking at here, guys, is look at where it is right now, okay? And consider, okay, if I think, is it going to go in a year? I'm going to be around for a while today, guys. I'm not going anywhere, so don't worry about it. But what I'm looking at here is, okay, in a year, where do I see this going feasibly? I think we see a recovery at least to where it was, which is the $30 mark. So I will be, it looks like it's a 50-cent strike all the way up to the 20s. And then it's $1 after that. So if I've got 20s and it's going to be 30, I'm going to be 10 strikes in the money, right? If I'm 10 strikes in the money, well, here's in the money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 10. 585. To be like $5,000. So I just spent 195 to make $5,000. All right. And now that's not how the math works, and I get that, guys. I don't need people to hold my hand through that. I absolutely understand that, and I get that. But that's kind of how I'm doing it in my mind. Of I see me putting in 195 and potentially over a period of a year making close to 3, 4, 5,000. Yeah, sorry, 500, not $5,000. 500. You're right, 500, which is fine. I'm okay with that because I'm just slowly growing the options portfolio, right? Quick math, wrong math. The reality is, guys, with this, I just, for me, this options portfolio that I had, I started with $500 this year. It's up to 2,500. I'm okay with that. I know there's a lot of you out there that make a lot more money on options, but for me, I'm playing this long. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with just taking these options super long out, playing it the same way that I play my equity plays, playing it long out and letting it go and see what happens with it, right? So, Turds, thanks for following, man. Much appreciated. The only other one that I would consider is possibly taking Disney long. Now, Disney's going to be a little bit more expensive, I think. So I can't necessarily look at that today, but that's there. Now, I promised you guys with Hill what I would look at. I would break down Hill for you. So what we're looking at with Hill, guys. What is up, Venomous? Staff in the house. How you doing, buddy? All about that Disney life. Venomous loves the Disney. Loves it. All right. What about Carnival after stimulus? Again, guys, if I show you my so options, the first leap that I took was actually CCL. So I've got CCL 2750s for January 2022. I hear you, man. As a dad of 8, I feel you, Venomous. He is at work. That's the beauty of it. He gets to hang out with me and be at work at the same time. It's kind of cool. 8 kids, that's correct. Yep. Hold on. I'll see if I can find you a picture of the fam. Those are not my kids. Photo with all of the kids. There's a photo with all the kids, which you can't see because the wrong screen is up. So there's my beautiful wife in the bottom left, and then all of the kiddos. We've got a shuttle van. Yep, they're all mine. Yeah, they all have that understanding. Yep, the older ones help with the younger ones. Nope. So of the 8, 6 are girls. So my eldest is a girl, then 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 a boy. That's my oldest son, and then a girl, and then another boy. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. We're homeschooled. We homeschool them. My wife is at home with the kids all day while I work, while I'm here doing my work. It's a big family. We love it. I'm never going to be driving a Corvette around, but at the same time, I am a very happy man. So love these guys. Love what they do. They're the reason why I'm here hanging out with you, DGens. So I'm a big fan. Anti-vaxxers. We don't vaccinate, but it's not on the basis of it's only certain vaccinations that we don't get. So, and again, we are quarantined pretty much all the time anyway. So, no, we are not Mormon. No, no, we are not Mormon. We get that question a lot. No, we're not Mormon. Yeah, I'm a pretty lucky man. Pretty happy about it. Hill. We're going to take a look at Hill. Ooh, 2 months in a row. Yeah. Thanks for that Prime sub, man. Much appreciated. Cheesecake Halo variant. Thanks for the follow, guys. I appreciate that. Gaylord, I've heard of it, but I mean, you just saw the picture, man. Which one of those kids would you like me to get rid of? Each of them brings me joy in their own way, and I'm not living off of anybody else's dime. I work my butt off for them, and for me, I'm a big fan, so I'm okay with it. I think it's pretty close to the bottom. I'm not a big fan of people that have big families and expect other people to take care of them, but for me, I like to take care of my own. And I can have as many as I freaking want. because I'm a grown ass man. You know, my dad don't tell me how to live my life. We live in Canada, so free healthcare. That's kind of nice. But yeah, we're right between Ottawa and Montreal. Do I think AMC will go under? Yeah, I do. I think AMC is going to go under, and I think there's a good chance Cinemark will pick it up. And that's it. There's some people that have a Corvette. There's some people that have a Porsche. There's some people that travel the world, and I am super cool on that. Oh yeah, nice, Nepean. Yeah, you're right in my neck of the woods. I'm out by Alexandria. Natural birth, home birth, for all of them except one. I actually delivered 2 of them. That's true. When they move out, 15 years from now. Those kids are a long-term portfolio for sure. Derulo, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it will. It will expire as worthless if they go bankrupt. Who cooks better? We all cook. Like my 10-year-old cooks too. So, my 10-year-old, my 13-year-old, my 16-year-old, all cook. My wife cooks. I cook. And then my littlest kids like to cook with us. So that's not bad, man. Printer go burr. I think you're going to be okay at 360. I think that waiter, as we get more and more lockdowns, is just going to continue to run. Okay, I'm gonna open up Hill here so I don't forget because I keep getting sidetracked on this kid talk. Yeah, having socialized medicine is a big help for sure. I like Discovery. If you sell a ton of AMC calls and it goes under, is it written off? I honestly don't know. Ooh, 100 more bits, 200 bits. Holy cow, Weos. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go get some water. And I'll be right back because I'm about to lose my voice here. So I'm gonna get a glass of water. I'll be right back.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right.
Hi, lovely.
That's right. You guys hear Martini. She's there. She's in the background. Hopefully Martini will be going live and I can pass you guys off to her when I am done today. I don't know. She just woke up though. We'll see.
Why would you want to pass them off? I'm sure they're happy with you.
I got kids to homeschool. I got to get out of here by 11:30 or noon. So,
I don't know.
So what was the conclusion you came to on Hill last night? Because we're about to talk about Hill right now.
I don't know. It looks shady as hell, but like, I mean, isn't that the play?
Yep.
So I don't know that me trashing it more would even help.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Like when I go down in those filings, it's like total crap. Like that's some Enron shit when you say that I'm gonna count revenue as expense.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't look at consulting companies, so I don't know if that's like usual or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so guys, the play with Hill is this. With Hill is a consulting construction company, okay? The construction company is They don't own any of the construction equipment. They don't own any of the staff. All they are is consultants. They show up on site and say, "This is what you're doing right," or "This is what you're doing wrong." Okay. The reality is HIL. So they're just consultants. The reason why I like this play is the member of the board for Hill, one of the members of the board is Joe Biden's brother. Okay. So my play on Hill is that Joe Biden is going to grease his brother's palm when he gets into office. That's the whole play. Okay. That's the whole concept. Now you look at Hill. Okay. Look at Hill on 10 years. Okay. So on 10 years, it came into existence in 2019. This is 2018. Okay. They received a contract, a massive contract from the government just before Biden left office with Obama. Trump is in office and he starts making accusations against Hill when they're up at this $3 mark and it falls. Okay. Hasn't recovered from, it has not recovered in any way whatsoever from the COVID drop. My thoughts are, as we head into the next year, Biden will take office. There will be a ton of construction, a ton of infrastructure, both here domestically and overseas for the US. Who's he going to turn to for consultancy? Of course, he's going to turn to Hill International, right? Now, so the play on this is, again, I don't trade, and huge shout out to Redemption, guys. If you don't know Redemption, I'm sure most of you do from the morning call. Redemption was the one that brought this to my attention, kind of asked what I thought on it. As far as their analysis of the stock itself and the financials, it's not a huge deal for me. It's just not, okay? But as far as that psychological play of, do I think that that Joe Biden's office is crooked enough to shoot business Hill International's way? Absolutely. Absolutely. Did this stock recover from the COVID drop, from that 360 down to the $1.50? No, it hasn't. Do I think over the next 6 to 8 months, we see Hill International go back up to that $4 mark? Absolutely. Am I willing to put in whatever I've got in? What do I have in Hill right now? I've got in Hill right now, I have 2,000 shares. I'll get 2,000 shares of Hill. So am I willing to put in $3,200 to potentially make another $3,000 over the next 6 months? Yeah, I am. USEG. What is USEG? I don't know USEG. Let me take a look here. USEG. Yeah, I don't know how you can make that money in a week. I don't play it on a week, guys. I've been able to grow this portfolio from 2,200 to 40 grand in a year, not playing on the week. I play this on the timelines that I see. I don't get greedy. I take the profits that I can take, and those slow incremental gains add up. My win percentage is quite high. There's very few stocks that I lose on. I have had probably 2 or 3 losers all year. And when I lose, my losses are tight, right? So I lose about 1,000, but my average winner is probably around 2,000, $3,000. So for me, that works better. I know a lot of people want to make that quick money. I've never been about the quick money game. I'm about that long ball, right? USEG, U.S. Energy. Independent energy company focuses on acquisition, exploration, development of oil and natural gas properties. I think this gets cucked. I think this gets cucked in a big way. Biden is going to come down hard on this. I'm not a fan of USEG. Nope. Do I have stop losses on everything? I have stop losses on nothing. That's awesome, Dave. That's fine. Doesn't matter where you made it. You made it. That's fantastic. Now, should you have stop losses? Absolutely. But again, guys, I'm on here every single day, right? All day, every day, I'm on here. I want to go here. Just want to make sure that my wife doesn't need anything from me. Do. What do you think of Zoom with the coming lockdowns? I like Zoom. I do. Yep. Second wave. I think we built a second wave. So this is my second wave portfolio. These are all the ones that I like into the second wave. Okay. So DraftKings I like into the second wave. FCell, which is already run. Mara, RCI, Disney, United Airlines, WPRT, Six, Thor Industries, BMY, Neo, DJLY, Apple, GDRX, Planet Fitness, AMD, and BlackBerry. I'm a big fan of all of those. What do Apple 200s look like? I wonder. My thought on DraftKings through second wave is we don't really have most major sports starting into the fall, so. No, I'm not worried about that. The Republicans can't stand in the way. They can't, and they don't want to. It's to their detriment to shut down infrastructure. They want infrastructure to be there. Now, are they going to haggle to get something that they want for that? Yeah, I think that they will say, great, let's talk about your green energy infrastructure, but we also want some pipelines approved, right? So the major sports guys don't really start up until March or April, which is when we start to see vaccines drop. We will also see a curb on flu season coming out of that. So for me, I think DraftKings is going to be quite solid. AMD, of course, through Christmas is going to be quite good. BlackBerry for me is a 10-year hold. I'm a big fan of BlackBerry on the 10-year hold. So what was I doing? I was doing something. I looked at I saw that. Roblox IPO. I saw that. I was interested in it, depending on where it opens. I think games are going to be big. I'm just not sure how well it does. I'm not overly familiar with Roblox, so I would want to take a look at it. This is the one that I wanted to do here. Okay, so DGLY, 6 months. It's not at lows, so let's see if I can. This, let's go 2,000 shares at 230. Let's see if we get filled on that. Phil? Phil? No Phil? Phil? Where are you, Phil? Come on. People are using Roblox to develop games. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't like Minecraft. For me is the one I'm more familiar with, to be honest. Yeah, Minecraft is the one that I am more familiar with. This is the TD Advanced dashboard. I use TD. I'm a bigger fan of TD, really. Okay, so I really want this DGLY to fill here. Why isn't it filling? We're at the price. Fill it. Somebody buy it. Somebody sell me that. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to fight you over a penny. I'm not. I just want in. All right, we got it. We got it. Why not a DGLY leap? Because I'm not certain that that continues to run over the next year. This DGLY. And I got 2,000 at 232. The only holding I currently have in Canadian is CBII and BlackBerry. Like I've got 20 shares of BlackBerry just to say that I'm in the game. But CBII is my only major Canadian holding. The problem that I have with Canadian stocks is there's not enough volume. There's not enough volatility. They just don't move enough. So BlackBerry is one that's traded on both the U.S. and the Canadian market, so I'm okay with having it in Canadian. CBII, same thing, that they aren't traded on the U.S. markets, but their clinics that they own are all in the U.S. So that's why I'm okay with CBII. ACRX is just tumbling away today. Let's take a look at Blink here. Somebody's saying Blink is going bonkers. Yeah, look at that. Holy crap. If I made 100% on a stock, would I get out? Probably. What I've noticed with a lot of the retail traders is that once that 100% mark hits, people make a run for it. So I would probably be looking at that. There's PEIX on this board, 645. There's Blink. What is Kixin? Cajun Auto. So this is a Chinese auto. Yeah, that's true. Soul Training, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Okay, so I don't need this. DGLY. Yeah, I mean, Wader's holding this 360 really well, which is great. That's perfect. I didn't need it to run today. I know there's a lot of people that were super hyped about that $4 mark, but there's nothing wrong with it being at 360. As we go into bigger lockdowns, as we go into Q4, Weider's going to do just fine. I'm okay with holding it long. I mean, it's not just the news about the buy up. It's the lockdowns for sure that I think were the bigger momentum on it. Excuse me. Yep, exactly. Yeah, we started. If I go to 5 days on this, we started the week at 265. We're up almost $1. Diamond hands, right? Diamond hands. The hands of the diamond. They give you the dollars. Do. RHFJ, thanks for the follow. RHJF, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go. There's the second wave one we built. I really hate that Google Sheets has stopped working with the Google Finance terms. So that's what all these NAs are. For some reason, certain stocks it just doesn't like anymore, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. What is DGLY at? 232? Do. That's crazy. That is craziness. Classic, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Martini, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm moving shit around.
Okay, awesome. I just want to make sure you got that. Gaming God, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. All right, let's check the news. Let's see what's going on in the market. Let's learn something. Let's learn something. So hopefully the hill play is clear. Does everybody understand why I'm playing the hill play? Hopefully you do. Guys, if I know this style of trading is a little bit different for a lot of you are used to watching trades and patterns and how things move up and down, and that's not how I usually trade. I usually trade off of market psychology. I call it macro psychology. If you guys are one of those out there that read books, this book right here is huge. This is not a trading book. This is not a financial book, okay? This right here, The Culture Code by Daniel Coyle, this is an amazing read to help you guys understand or at least get started down that pathway of how do large groups of people think and react to different situations. When you read books like this, Culture Code is one of them. I got that wrong. Not Culture Cod. That's going to be a book about fish. Culture Code and The Spider and the Starfish are two books, guys, that I highly recommend you take a look at. If you want to learn a little bit more about how trading off the psychology of large groups of people can work into your manage, okay? GSX slips 23%. This is the one that Muddy Waters absolutely hates. I'm glad to see this thing finally dying. This is people saying they don't believe, right? Yeah, I've read Influence. What Nye, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Those two books, though, Spider and the Starfish and Culture Code, are a huge deal, guys. Because Influence is really about a one-to-one relationships for the most part. Culture Code and Spider and the Starfish are all about disconnected groups of thought and how those groups of thought react. Space, the final frontier. What is space doing? GTRX broke 40. Congrats to Martini. I think space is due to fall like a madman. In my mind. Scorpion 0669, thank you so much for the follow, man. I'm much appreciated. Oh, that's not what I want this here. That's the idea, just to be kind of laid back, learn a little bit. Is there GM news or this is the console bump? It's console bump. It's console into Q4. Marbles happens end of stream. I do it once before the stream, once at the end of the stream, guys. So at the end of the stream, I will do a marbles and I will hand out a sub to the winner. You guys have been fantastic today. You've been well behaved. Not a lot of people hassling or asking for YOLOs or any of that crap. You guys are actually showing up, asking great questions, and doing some great stuff. So I'm happy to give away a sub at the end of the stream, I think. People are looking at the stream. What's interesting with this is, software developer at Netflix. Yes, please. Yes, please. I'd love a Netflix show. Wouldn't that be awesome? I will let that one slide. Can I have a YOLO? I will let that one slide for sure. Sure. I'll add this guy. Why not? Why the hell not? Right? All right. News. What's going on? I'm not actually going to give you a YOLO, but I'll let it slide. How old am I? 35. 35? What year are we? What year is it? Actually, I've got the beard and the hair for that, right? Like I could just do the Jumanji thing, ruffle this all up. What year is it? 2024. I was born in 85, so yeah, 35. I do not give YOLOs. Same age as Stock Guy, that's right. Yeah, 8 kids at 35. Started real young. Stocky's a boomer and I'm a millennial. That's on Stocky. I'm not a Mormon. No. Not a blended family. They're all mine. I shadow trade for milkers. Thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. My thinking on that is what we see when Biden takes office is we see Biden. Am I Mormon now? No. Reformed Presbyterian. Wall Street Bets. Are you a Mormon now? Which is your favorite kid? I don't have a favorite kid. Actually, we had a daughter pass away. So we've actually had 9 kids. We had a daughter pass away at 3 months old from not from PTSD. I have PTSD because of it. She passed away from SIDS. So she has a very special place in my heart. I wouldn't say she's my favorite, but she has a very special place in my heart. That's probably about all I have as far as favorites. But because we lost one, all of them are that much more kind of special to me, right? Yeah. So the funny thing is, my wife and I only wanted one. So yeah. It is a thing, right? It is a thing and it happens, but we honestly, we would have stopped at 3 kids for sure. We would have stopped at 3 kids, and instead, the kids don't mind it, actually. The kids all agree. The kids are of the same mind. The ones that knew her appreciate that, but also our younger kids knew that we weren't going to have any more kids after our third, but because she passed away, because Ellie passed away, we decided to just take as many kids as we had. So they actually love it. They love the fact, I shouldn't say it that way. They don't love the fact that she passed away, but they love hearing the story of her, and they love that she has a special place. So it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out. I'll let you know in 40 years when I hit my retirement. But I figure at the very least, right, 2 or 3 of them have got to hit it as far as finding that wealthy man out there. And we'll see what happens. But hopefully they can support me in my old age. Yeah. Theme park stocks are viewed favorably. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think about theme parks? What do you think about that? Yeah, C-sections are rough. So ours were all natural births, and we've been blessed to be able to do most of them at home. So they're pretty fun. Nice recovery 2021. Going to Disney next week. So we went to Six Flags in Montreal like 8 or 9 times this year because there was nobody there, and I loved it. You just want to have sex 8 times, baby steps. Yeah, I mean, one step at a time, right? One step at a time. This is Canadian news. Okay, so this is big, guys, and this is a bit of a transition. So it used to be there was weeks and weeks and weeks, right? So it used to be that you couldn't take a movie that was in theater for what was it? Five full weekends. You couldn't release that to live streaming or whatever else, right? Um, yeah, I mean, I have actual PTSD, so I try not to use that term in regards to the vaccine. Um, Yeah, I think 2021 has some surprises for us for sure. But there will definitely be trust issues for sure. I think there's going to be people with vaccines that, I mean, there's a lot of people that have done quite well through this as well, which it doesn't get a lot of press and news, but there's a lot of people that have done quite well. There's a lot of people that have taken the stimulus and they have actually improve their life as a result of the stimulus. I think we had somebody in here say that same thing where they took their stimulus check of $2,000 and turned it into 10, right? There are those stories out there as well of people starting new businesses that are successful right now. I've got a buddy, Carlos Gill. He started a custom mask business, Rebel Masks, and he's doing quite well. Yeah, I am officially diagnosed for sure. What are your favorite indicators for equities or forex? I don't have indicators, so I play the news, I play the trends, I play the social trends. I look where people are looking, right? Um, no worries, man. No worries. Um, would it be a bad idea to open an account with no direction? Absolutely. So who here has ever played the game with a bow and arrow where you take the bow and you're out drunk with a bunch of buddies and you just fire the bow aimlessly into the air, and then everybody kind of scatters and runs and hope they don't get shot with an arrow? Who's played that game? Just me? I'm the only one that's played that game. Okay. Apparently, I'm the only one that's played that game. Okay, good. No, there are other people. Boy Scouts camp. You know, you go out, you get smashed, you fire a bow into the air. It's dangerous as hell, but it's a lot of fun. I'm not advocating you do that, by the way. Don't do that. But I definitely do that. Okay. That's what opening a trading account with no direction, no focus, no strategy is like. You're taking that thing and you're firing that arrow into the air. Now, is there a chance that you might hit a target somewhere with that? Possibly. Who knows? Maybe. Is there a chance that you could hit a buddy with that? Maybe. Is there a chance you could shoot yourself in the foot with that? Definitely. Is there a chance you could shoot yourself in the head with that? Probably. So what you want to do instead is you want to take the time before you open an account to actually take the time and develop a strategy. It doesn't have to be a great strategy. It just has to be a strategy. Don't go into the market unless you've got a strategy of some kind. Now, if you don't know how to start a strategy, go learn, read books, watch YouTube, watch streamers, go talk to an actual financial advisor, right? I mean, depending on how hard you shoot and with what bow, it would go in there. It would go in there. I know you guys don't like to read, but reading is a thing. Okay. I did not trade a day of my life before January, and I've done a lot of reading. I take CBD. I take medical CBD for my PTSD, and I'm a big fan of it. So it's been huge as far as making me functional to some extent. So. Listen to the morning call and shadow trade. I mean, I'm never a big idea of the shadow trade, but that's definitely something that people do. I'll give you that. Let's see what else we got going on here. Tattooed Chef. So Tattooed Chef got a short report put on it. I don't like Tattooed Chef, guys. This is the similar to Beyond play. All right. So the short report on this says TTCF should be worth half of what it currently is. Fell from 17 to 15 on that short report. I'm not a big fan of the idea with mushrooms. I'm not. I've done mushrooms in the past. I had a drug overdose on mushrooms. They're extremely different beasts than CBD. Hunter RQ, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. I'm not a big fan of the idea of mushrooms. Yeah, I'm a big fan of learning. Just being constant learning. When I started in the market in January, guys, I entered with an amount of money that I was willing to lose entirely. Right, so I started with $2,200, and I was willing to just let it roll. Yeah, I've done both. I've done mushrooms. I've done acid. I'm not a fan of either. Again, CBD just works really well. CBD works really well for my PTSD. I'm prescribed it. I go through a physician. Yeah, I'm a big fan of CBD for treatment. I am. They are doing clinical studies for sure. This is a big one. Culture Code is a big one. Anything that you can get your hands on as far as, okay, so great books to read. This book is a great book. The Complete Turtle Trader. That's a wonderful book to be reading. The Warren Buffett Way. That's a good one. Power of Discipline is a good book. These are good books to read to understand what to look for in a company. So Good to Great and Built to Last. These are two awesome books by Jim Collins. There are probably, I don't recommend Rich Dad Poor Dad. I don't. I'm not an advocate of the Rich Dad Poor Dad mentality. Too many people I've seen get burned too hard. If you're not well, so if you don't have that power of discipline mentality where you're able to effectively manage debt, there's too many people that head into rich dad, poor dad mentality without discipline, and they end up just swimming in debt, and their whole life is ruined as a result of it. For most people, what I would recommend over Rich Dad Poor Dad is what's the discipline one? The Power of Discipline by Daniel Walter. That's a good one. Instead of Rich Dad Poor Dad, I would look at Dave Ramsey. If you're new to finances, he's a great guy to look at. As far as YouTubers go, what's his name? Is it Ethan? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? He'll pop up, I think, if I type in financial here. No, not Stock Guy. You guys are already watching Stock Guy. Yeah, this guy right here. Graham Stephan. Graham Stephan's a good dude. I like the Graham Stephan stuff. I would pair Dave Ramsey with Graham Stephan because Dave Ramsey has an approach of the market is not somewhere that you should be ever. If you are going to trade the market, you should just trade the SPY. That's his opinion on the market, and I very much disagree with him on that. But Jack C721, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. And again, if you plan on becoming a doctor, that's a different kind of investment for sure. Dave Ramsey's a bit too extreme, where he's don't use credit at all. Don't play the market. I do like his debt management, but I do like Graham's videos are more. This is what I've accomplished in the past, and now I'm looking back on it, giving you a lesson that you can use moving forward. So Dave Ramsey is big on you not using credit cards. He's big on all that. I'm not a huge advocate of that. I think that if you learn to discipline yourself well, credit cards are a great way to go, which is why I say pair it with Graham Stephan. He does a pretty good job about that. So yeah, I would pair these two together. X Hydro 12, thanks so much for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, so Graham Stephan has more the approach of just pay the balance. Pay your balance off. If you can pay the balance off on the credit card, go for it. Harinos, I'm actually a big fan of that concept. It's worked well for me, the debt snowball. It's freed up a lot of capital for me to use in my life elsewhere. So I'm a big fan of that. I understand that's not for everybody, but I'm a big fan of it. That's a great idea. I love that idea of teaching in parables. Thoughts on XPEV, room to run? Let's take a look at XPEV. Chinese auto. I don't like it. I don't like Chinese auto. The play that I've got that I like in this sector is WPRT. This would be the one that I like to play. I have something similar. Martini knows that I've been talking about real estate for 6 to 8 months. My thoughts here are: I am not in Neo. No, I am not. Power of Discipline was Walters, John Walters, I think. It's not that there's not money to be made in it. I just don't trust it. Daniel Walter. Yeah, so for me, Martini knows that my plan was to buy land here in Canada. We have one of the largest Amazon warehouses in Canada, in a 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive from where I am. So my thoughts are buy up land in this area, and then build houses on it. The land itself is dirt cheap right now, so probably $10,000 to $15,000 for acreage. We're talking large plots of land that I can probably build 6 to 8 houses on. And I've got a buddy that builds houses for a living. So the idea would be that I will buy the land, I will pay for the materials, he will put in the labor, we will split the cost, we will split the profit on the home sales. And that's kind of the thought process of that. But that therein lies the growth portfolio that I'm building up here, where that growth portfolio needs to be a sufficient bankroll for us to purchase the land as well as pay for costs and materials moving forward. So um, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at there. Um, but I figure, you put down 10 to 15 grand on the house. He figures he can build each house for about 50 grand in materials. So it's 60 grand in, and you sell those homes for 180. That's 300% on every home. 300% on a home. We do 8 homes in a year or every 2 years. Then that's 300% on a home, 8 homes over 2 years, 300 by 8. It's 2,400%. What if Amazon goes belly up? Then Amazon goes belly up and the whole world dies. Um, Square or PayPal? I prefer PayPal. Yeah, so all in it would be the 10 to 15,000 for the land, and then the 50,000 to build each house. So that's 60 grand, and then I know enough realtors that they would just do the work and whatever. Palantir broke down after hitting some new highs. That's probably not a huge surprise for me. Let's see if the Bears ever came out here on stock splits for Wader. The interesting thing with Wader is I still don't see Bears here. I mean, you gotta buy the land, get it zoned. People who work at Amazon can't afford to buy a house. We're seeing quite the contrary. We're seeing a lot of families move out of Ottawa. So Spectre Dave, the way that it works is Ottawa's a major center, but Ottawa's costing people upwards of $300,000, $400,000 for a failing home right now. So for us to sell 165 homes for $165,000, it would cost 300 grand in Ottawa. People would be more willing to move out, and that's what we're seeing. My mother-in-law is a real estate agent. I know a bunch of real estate agents in the area, and that's what we're seeing is that people are moving out of the Ottawa center. And this is the mass ruralization theory that we had, Martini and I, back in March, that we would see this. We would see people move out of urban centers into more rural areas. Here in Ottawa, especially with the Amazon plant, we're seeing that happen more and more. So the reality is these are people that already have jobs, that are looking to move further out here because Amazon is also bringing infrastructure with it. So yeah, no, that's not so much the case here, but also because Amazon has come out here, there's a lot more infrastructure coming out here. So cars, yes, I've seen a wild bear. Cars, more roadways, high-speed internet, all that stuff is coming with Amazon, and that in turn is having people a lot more interested in moving out of the major urban centers. So how come I don't build a larger apartment complex? Because apartment complex is rental income, and I have no interest in managing rentals. I have no interest in long-term upkeep on properties. I'd rather flip it, take it, and I will take the 2,400% over 2 years. You know what I mean? Um, I'd rather take it, roll it, and move into something else. I mean, originally it's just that original 65,000 bucks that you'd have to come up with because as you build one home, you sell it, and then just have the profit from that first house pay for the next one, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the year or 2 years, however long it takes them to build the 8 houses, we just get all of that cash back, and it's 2,400 bucks at the end of the day. Um, I know that's not for everybody, but I'm a huge fan of that concept. Yeah, I mean, so it's not going to last forever. I think that the Canadian housing market is going to fall, which is why I see a year to 2 years on this. Good IT jobs, you want to look at Montreal or Vancouver. Those would be the two major sectors for IT. Your CC outputs are showing some life. Let's take a look. I'm still down on my CC outputs. Options portfolio is up $30 today, so pretty happy with that. Yeah, Taco, I will keep people on track with this. I probably won't get the ball rolling until the spring, depending on what some of these plays do, but definitely there is possibility of me keeping people updated on stream with what's going on for sure. I mean, my ETM $4 calls are profitable now. Actually, I think I want to sell these. Whatever. I just want this. I just want to be out of this. I just want to be out of that. I think iPix is good into 2022. I think they've got a lot coming down the pipeline for sure. So, yeah. Okay, I need more water because I feel my throat going again. Let's leave this chart up here. This is nuts. Blink is just nutty today. Look at that. It's tapering off a little bit here, but that's a pretty crazy run on the day. PEIX, huge day from PEIX. CBII is up 2%, so I'm happy with that. Zoom is making its way up again. ACRX is down 2%. Not a huge fan of that. I really need CCL to get fallen here. I've got wait, today is the 20th. There's no way that this hits. Oh well. I mean, it is what it is. I guess I put a sell on this of 1. I don't see CCL falling to 1650 today. So I'll just put the sell of market and see what I get on it. Okay, right back. I'm going to grab water. I'm not going to put anything else into iPix. I like it where it is. I think that it's in a strong position right now. But I think with what I have in it, sitting on $1,200 in an OTC stock, I don't know that I necessarily want to put any more money in that for sure.
Order filled.
Um, man, if you're sitting on Bitcoins and it's over 20K, like where are we on Bitcoin right now? $18,600, huh? Hmm. I mean, we're headed into this lunch lull at this point. I have no idea when the next happening is. I got no clue. Yeah, I'll show you guys the setup here. So I've got my main screen here, and then I've got my other screen over here, and then I've got my third monitor there. So that's the setup. And then I got all my comic books and all that other jazz that I kick around with. Big old stack of stuff and statues and guitars and whatnot. How do I see the third monitor? I've got eagle eyes. The resolution on my main display is 1080p. Play some Rush. I don't play music on stream. Discord in light mode. I know, right? That's one of the ways that makes it easier for me to see. That contrast of black and white makes it sharper. It's easier for me to see. Play some Rush with the guitar. I don't actually know any Rush songs. I'm not a Rush fan. I am a Styx fan. I'm not. I've never been a huge fan of Rush. Hmm. I know. I know. I know. Very un-Canadian of me. I take crap all the time. Why is the screen compressed then? Is that a layout thing? Yeah. Yeah, it's OBS. So it's the OBS structure. When did I first become a Captain America fan? I actually had a really hard time reading. They thought I had a learning disability when I first started into school at 5 and 6. They did not think I would be able to keep going with reading. They thought I was going to fall behind. And as a result, my parents were going to have none of that. So what they started to do was buy me comic books. And what they found was I started reading like a maniac with comic books. So I started a comic book collection. And one of the things that I really wanted, so I grew up in an area that wasn't like super wealthy. It was a place where it was like subsidized income, houses, that kind of thing, right? And so I kind of wanted to find a superhero that I related to, and there wasn't a lot of superheroes out there that kind of had that background of they started from kind of nothing. Batman, whatever, he lost his parents and was sad or whatever, but he's a multimillionaire. Same thing with Iron Man, right? Superman had super smart parents that were aliens and they sent them and then he lived in a family in the country. Like none of that kind of weighed out for me. And then I came across Spider-Man. My problem with Spider-Man was he was a bit of a nerd. I didn't really like how nerdy he was. With Captain America, here's a guy that was the underdog. He fought his ass off. He didn't have superpowers really. He was just a buff guy that kicked the crap out of anybody that got in the way. And that for me was kind of a big deal. So the little kid from Brooklyn, right? The scrawny kid from Brooklyn that clocked Hitler in the jaw. Ever since then, I've been a huge fan. And to this day, I'm a huge fan. The comic book reader that hates nerds. I mean, different kind of nerd, right? Nerd and geek. I guess it's a bit of that thing where that sciency tech read Richards Fantastic Four. That side of comics never really intrigued me. Yeah, I know that the UK is planning on an AstraZeneca rollout, which is why I've got my AstraZeneca calls for January. I suspect that we see AstraZeneca move pretty hard and fast. Oh, apparently I got $1 for my CCL puts. I got a massive $1. Where is ETM right now? I'm never a big fan of holding an option into close, right? Some nutty things can happen with that. So, favorite Captain America movie: Winter Soldier or Civil War? Actually, Endgame is my favorite Captain America movie. I have no idea when quad witching hits an X. That's not something that I watch actively. I would like to see space start to come down into the end of the day here. Good morning, and you better. He does. This is interesting to me that AMC is still at this 322 range. I liked the first one. I liked it. I wish they had done more of the actual comic book storyline, but I like it. I've got AMC puts. I've got them. But this is up at 320 still is nuts to me. They are so completely boned. Why do you want space to come down? Because I've got space puts. I took December 18th. Nice, man. Yeah. Or you're in strike and you got to fill, right? Good luck on space. I mean, I wouldn't really say space is mooning. So here's the last year on space, right? It has this tendency to buy up and then fall, and then buy up and then fall, and then buy up. And you see how it's hitting this 25 line? Wrong screen. Thank you. Yeah, so it buys up and then it falls, and then it buys up and then it falls. So it seems to fall down to about the 17, 16 line, so I took an 18. Why don't you have channel points enabled? I think there are channel points. There's just not a lot of things that you can do with them.